Sister Wives Meri Brown demands a severance pay from Kody. Sister Wives Meri Brown had an eye-opening conversation with Janelle Brown during the last episode. Although some of the information was difficult to hear, Meri seems to have taken it to heart. In a preview for the next episode, Meri takes time to sit down with Robin and Kody Brown to discuss the details of a severance package. Janelle gives Meri Brown a heads-up about family business. In the latest episode of Sister Wives, Janelle Brown wanted Meri Brown to understand that there was a dynamic shift in the way the family finances. Although Meri believed that Janelle was holding the purse strings for the family, she learned that Kody was the one making financial decisions. Janelle candidly let Meri know that as the bookkeeper, she was noticing some big red flags with the arrangement made for Coyote Pass. She wanted Meri to be aware that she had suspicions that Kody and Robin might not have Meri's best interest in mind with the division of the property. In a new preview for the upcoming episode, Meri sits down with Robin and Kody to request her severance pay from the marriage. Meri Brown gets down to business. Meri Brown sits down with Robin and Kody Brown for a heart-to-heart conversation. She says, "So I just came to ask you a question cause I'm going to be moving in a couple of weeks." Kody is surprised by the timeline. He says, "Why so early?" But Meri is baffled that Kody has spent years pushing her away and now has switched his tune, wondering what her hurry is to leave. In Meri's eyes, she stuck around for at least 10 years to see if they could work it out. Undeniably, she wants to know, why do you care? Now that she is finally leaving. She is confused, isn't this what you wanted? But Robin and Kody seem shocked she would want to actually go. Kody doesn't feel safe. While Meri Brown doesn't understand Kody Brown's sudden interest, after a decade of making it clear he was done, she is moving on. Although Kody says one thing to Meri's face, in the confessional he tells a different story. He says, "My immediate reaction is in my heart. Good. Good, this will be good for Meri." Then he admits, "But I never tell Meri what's going on in my heart anymore. It's not actually safe." Likewise, Robin is confused, but not about Meri's feelings, about why she is leaving so soon. She says, "You told me June or July." Kody piggybacks, "Yeah," and Robin adds, "I kept hearing June or July." Meri just says a single perplexed, "Huh." She then states, "Well, it's not June or July." Giving Robin the benefit of the doubt, she says, "My lease is up at the end of June." Robin and Kody still look completely confused. Meri adds, "I just want to get it done before that." Meri Brown demands severance pay from Kody, but Meri Brown wasn't there to mess around. She changes the topic back to what she really wants. She says, "Anyway, so yeah, I just wondered if you would be willing to help me load my stuff." Still in shock, Kody flatly says sure. Then, Meri adds, "And then, would you be interested in driving the truck up there for me?" With no energy, Kody agreeably answers, "Menkay. What day?" Meri adds to ease the idea, "Just call it my severance package." Although she kept a straight face, she chuckled at the end. Robin erupted in laughter. But Kody doesn't know how to take it. He says confused and skeptical, on what? Or our marriage? They all laugh. Kody doesn't know how to take her humor. But Kody Brown confesses, "It's a weird space to be with the severance package thing because I don't know if this is passive-aggressive, or if it's just aggressive, or if it's a joke." Furthermore, he admits that is part of the reason for the confusion in their whole marriage, saying, "And I don't know, and I haven't known my whole marriage." But Meri Brown explains her reasoning. In a confessional, she says, "I failed to ask for alimony when we got the legal divorce, so I'm kinda out that." But she knows her time deserves compensation. She adds in the confessional, "I put 30 years into this, help me move and get out of here. Then we'll just be good to go. We'll call it even, I guess I don't know." The sun cast its warm rays over Flagstaff, but inside Meri Brown's cozy home, a storm was brewing. She sat at her kitchen table, a steaming cup of coffee in her hands, and her eyes fixed on a blank notepad. For years she had struggled in the shadows of a fractured marriage. Now, after countless family meetings, ignored pleas, and bruised feelings, Meri was ready to take a stand. She picked up her pen and began scribbling notes. The words severance pay sat bold and underlined at the top of the page. For decades, she had been more than a wife to Kody. She had been a confidant, a builder of their family's shared dream, and even a financial contributor to ventures like the now-shuttered bed and breakfast she poured her heart into. But what had she gained in return? Meri couldn't ignore the truth any longer. Kody had emotionally abandoned her years ago. Why should I leave empty-handed? She muttered to herself, sipping her coffee. The breaking point. The idea of severance pay had been simmering in her mind for weeks, ever since Cristin's departure shook the family. Cristin left with a new sense of freedom and joy, something Meri envied deeply. But as Cristin and Janelle began finding their footing, Meri noticed something unsettling. Kody's focus had shifted entirely to Robin. Robin's jewelry business was thriving, thanks in part to funds pooled from the family's collective income, and her mansion was a stark contrast to Meri's more modest home. The disparity grated on Meri's nerves. During a rare conversation with Kody, she broached the topic. "Kody," she began, her voice steady but firm, "I've given everything to this family. My time, my money, my heart. If you're no longer invested in our marriage, I think it's only fair that we discuss a financial arrangement before I leave." Kody blinked at her, stunned. "Financial arrangement? What are you talking about?" "Severance pay," Meri said, leaning forward. "I've contributed to this family in ways that go beyond emotional support. I invested in the B&B, helped with household expenses, and supported your vision. If this is the end for us, I'm entitled to something." Kody's response, Kody's face darkened. "This isn't a corporate job, Meri. We're a family, or at least we were." Meri scoffed. "A family? Really? Because it doesn't feel like one. Not anymore. You've made it clear that Robin and her kids are your priority. So why should I sit here and pretend like I'm still part of something when I'm clearly not?" Kody stood, pacing the room. "This is ridiculous. You're acting like you've been mistreated or left out." "I have been left out, Kody," Meri interjected, her voice rising. "Emotionally, financially, spiritually, you've checked out of this relationship. I've been nothing but loyal, and yet I'm the one who has to walk away with nothing? I don't think so." Kody stopped pacing, his jaw tightening. "You're being dramatic." "No, Kody," she said, her voice calm now. "I'm being realistic." Consulting the other wives. Meri knew she couldn't go into this fight alone. She decided to reach out to the other wives, both current and former. Cristin was the first to respond. "I think it's brilliant, Meri," Cristin said over the phone. "Honestly, I wish I'd thought of it. You deserve compensation for everything you've done. Don't let him gaslight you into thinking otherwise." Janelle, ever practical, offered her own perspective. "You should document everything, Meri. Every dollar you've spent on family projects, every instance where you financially supported Kody or the other wives. If you have evidence, he can't deny your contributions." Even Robin weighed in, albeit reluctantly. During a tense lunch meeting, she told Meri, "I don't think it's unreasonable for you to ask, but Kody, he's not going to take this well. You know how he is." "Oh, I know exactly how he is," Meri replied sharply. Building her case, armed with advice and encouragement, Meri began compiling her case. She dug through old receipts, bank statements, and emails. She made a list of every time she had helped finance a family vacation, paid for household repairs, or contributed to the B&B. She also began jotting down emotional labor she had shouldered, mediating disputes, comforting the kids, and supporting Kody's ego during his many public appearances. The final document was staggering, a testament to the years she had spent giving without receiving. The showdown. Meri scheduled a meeting with Kody, insisting that they sit down without the other wives present. She wanted to make her case directly to him without interference. When the day arrived, Kody walked into her home with an air of impatience. "Let's get this over with," he said, sitting across from her.